Are you an athlete and you're just stuck in a rut? Or maybe you're a parent of an athlete that just can't seem to get the playing time they want. And he seems like, man, I've done everything. What can I do to get my kids some more playing time? I'm gonna give you 3 easy tips. They're gonna help you get that playing time. The first tip, you've got to make sure that your child or yourself, if you're the athlete watching this, are fully committed to putting forth their absolute very, very, very best. I like to call these the ABCs of warrior confidence. And the A is that attitude of excellence, attitude that you're going to commit to doing your very, very best. That attitude that I'm going to show up. And when I say show up, I mean show up, especially to practices. We can't have the attitude of, oh, it's just practice. What am I going to learn? No, practice is all about learning, growing, making mistakes, battling through, overcome, succeeding. So now you've tested yourself in practice. So when the game comes, man, you've already experienced it. You got that energy, you've got that passion, you've got that desire, you've made the mistakes in practice. Now you go out there with your attitude of excellence and play all out. And that's the secondary part. At games, don't play not to lose, play to win, man. Get out there and give it all you got, every ounce of energy you got. Now hockey, I coach a couple hockey teams, my favorite sport. I love baseball, football, I love them as well. So I'm gonna focus on hockey right now. Think about this, when you go out for a shift, I want you to think that I'm going to win every single puck battle this shift. I'm going to dominate this shift. I'm going to win this shift. And if I don't win this shift, maybe the guy beats me in a few puck battles. That's all right. I'm going to go to the bench. I'm going to rehydrate. I'm going to think about what could I have done differently? How could I attack this a little differently? And have that fighter, that warrior spirit to go out there, once again, with that attitude of excellence. Because next shift, I'm going to win that puck battle. I'm going to win those puck battles. I'm going to win this shift. So the attitude is, if you win each puck battle, you win each shift, you win each period, gosh darn, you win the game. But that's playing to win, and that's an attitude of excellence you gotta have. The secondary one, the B, is obviously believe in yourself with everything you do, but best effort. Not good effort, not okay effort, not, well, I tried. No, your absolute very, very best effort. And here's the difference between do and try. When you try, say, I'm gonna try, you got an out. So, well, at least I tried. No, when you commit to doing your very best, I'm doing my best. Best effort every single time. You're gonna keep going. You're gonna keep driving, regardless how many times you lose or get knocked down, how many setbacks or failures you have. You're gonna continue doing your best. Why? Because you know each time you can get better. And that's back to the practice, right? When you go to practice, I want you to think about, I am building up that energy for the game. So game time, I flip that switch, that energy is there waiting to be released. And think about a light switch. You flip the light switch, the lights come on, right? Why? Because that energy was there waiting to be released. If that energy was never built up, you flip the light switch off and on, nothing's gonna happen because there's no energy. So I want you to think about that. Practice is about building that energy up. So when you flip that switch at game time, baby, you've got that energy. You can unleash the beast. That inner warrior comes out. That underdog's ready to fight, scrap, claw, do whatever it has to do to dominate, to win those puck battles, to win the shift, to win the period. That's the B. The C is consistency, baby. You gotta be consistent. You can't work out hard or train hard one time and expect it to happen. Yeah, I mean, just like lifting weights. You can't lift weights one time and expect to see the results. You gotta be consistent with it. And that consistency is day in and day out. Attitude, effort, each and every time. I like to think about this. How you practice is how you perform. So if you practice in kind of a halfway manner, just kind of getting through it, and that's how you're going to perform, because that's what you're used to doing. That's how you condition yourself, just to give half an effort. And like I said about practice, building up that energy, so when you flip the switch of the game, that energy is waiting to be released. Well, if you practice halfway, you haven't given your very, very best, there's not going to be anything there. But consistency, day in and day out. Think about a journey of 1,000 miles. What's that start with? One step. Now I know that first step is the hardest. It's the toughest. You got to be bold. You got to be courageous to get out there and take that step. Now, if you're taking the first step, then take the second one, and then the third one. The hardest part of anything is that first step. Hardest part of starting a workout program is that first step. The hardest part of changing your diet is that first step, that first day, that first time when you say, look, I'm not gonna eat McDonald's anymore. I'm not gonna eat greasy fast food anymore. I'm gonna start being consistent with my diet, eating the right things, tracking what I'm eating here, drinking more water. And I think water, we need to be drinking more. I talk to athletes all the time and they're not drinking it. Get yourself one of those shakers, get yourself a glass that you have and carry it around with you. Drink on it all day long. Why? What's going to happen? Well, you're going to flush your organs out, and you're going to get up and go to the bathroom more, and you're going to remember, oh yeah, 1, I got to have a little break, mental break. 2, I got to refill my water, so you get the water in you. Now, why is that important? Because if you want to perform at your best, you want to be your very, very best, mentally, spiritually, physically, you got to make sure you're hydrating. You got to make sure you're feeding the tank right. You got to feed the thing right. Think about your car. If you were to throw dirt in your engine block, would it run very well? No, not at all. Oftentimes we throw garbage and dirt, negativity, into our mental garden. And how are we supposed to think clearly? Have the right attitude. If we've got garbage in there from the news and social media and all the other negative sources out there, right? Oh, which reminds me, if you haven't liked, subscribed, and rang the bell yet to get notified of all the new videos coming out and all the new content, make sure you do so, right? Do it now. And then, of course, don't forget to drop comments in the comments section. Let me hear from you. Let me know what you're struggling with or working with. And then back to make sure we feed the body right. Yeah, just like we can't put dirt in the engine block, we can't put dirt in the gas tank either. So let's not put greasy, gross, disgusting, fatty foods in our gas tank. Obviously our mouth, right? Because it goes down here. And then make sure, these are some other things I've covered in other videos, but we'll touch on them real quick. If you're eating too late at night, that's not good for your rest and your recovery, because your digestive system is the hardest working system in your body. And if it's processing, trying to all this yuck you put in, even if you ate good food, but it's too late, and you're not getting the rest you need. Couple tips there. But that, parents, athletes, you want to know how to get more playing time, you want to know how to stand out in the crowd, and just follow those things. Have the right attitude each and every time. If you're a hockey player, you step on the ice for practice. Don't whine and complain to the coach. Don't roll your eyes and all the other garbage that teenagers do. Stand out from the crowd. I promise, it's easier than ever to get ice time. It's easier than ever to get more playing time. Be different. Stand out from the crowd. Don't blend in with the crowd. Here's a point for you. Force the coach to not play you. What I mean by that is, you go out there and you give it all you got each and every time, and you're forcing the coach, man, he can't not play you because you are doing everything he wants an athlete to do. Give it your very, very best. Not back talking, not whining, not complaining, but having that attitude of excellence, putting forth your very best effort, and then consistently doing it day in and day out. Good? Easy enough for you? All right, well, drop your comments in the comment box below. Can't wait to read them, and I can't wait to chat with you again real soon, everybody. God bless. Bye-bye.